Hello. Wait, where am I? Hello? Oh, there I am. Hello. So let's check this out. So this came out today. I've only watched a bit of it, but I'll tell you right now, I'm already very happy with it.
6月に発表させていただいたストリートファイター6ですが
It's crazy. They only revealed it in June. It feels like it's been so long. Watch out. Look who it is.
Safety first, bud.
Safety first, bud. Bud?
You my new recruit?
No.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm not.
You can call me Luke.
Oh, do I have to? The fact that you can have customization is so cool. Like, you know what this reminds me of? When they show all this? This is like a Persona trailer, isn't it? Like, the way Persona does trailers and shows locations, it's just like this.
OMG.
This is a Persona trailer. Well, I don't know about that part, but it is actually like an actual game. The funny thing that's crazy about it is like, I love the fact that there's like so much more shit. Like this feels way more like a full complete game. This doesn't feel like you know, as the first impression. It feels way more like an actual product, if that makes sense. I feel like a lot of fighting games are very like, they give you fighting games and not much else. I mean, SF5 was like a disaster, right? It's like, they're just kind of like, it's a fighting game and that's it. So it really only appeals to people who are fighting game players, right? But this is like way more of a complete package. Some of the other game modes like look really interesting. And like, this just looks fun, right? Like, I mean, people love shit like this. I mean, this is like the shit people liked in like Xenoverse, right? Dawson looks fucking sick. Honda's sick, dude. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm a big sumo fan. Step into the ring. Ken actually looks fun. I'm interested in Ken, I won't lie. Not Blanca though. I'm not a Blanca fan. Though I think he's like very cute character. Does he say I'm too smart? That's what's up. And he beats the shit out of Ryu. Dawson, like, animations look so cool. Like, isn't that so awesome? Oh, that's one of my friends. Like, this looks fun. Like, you know what? Like, aspects like this are so fun. You know what this is? They made a game mode around bomb interactions in Guilty Gear. Like, it doesn't need to be anything... It doesn't need to be, like, anything further than just, like, fun, right? That's it. It just has to be like interesting. Because like, you know, I'm a competitive fighting game player. I'd enter competitively, but I would also still play these game modes because they look fun, right? Not many fighting games do things like this. I know it sounds fucking crazy, just like, well, okay, I want to say real fast, the lobbies make me a little nervous. I've been with Strive a little too long. Overall, like, it looks very promising just because it's so complete. There's just so much to do. And like, obviously, we don't even know how the game plays. Things like this don't come up that often. The last time I remember someone doing something like this is like Arxis doing like MOM mode, you know, stuff like that. And I guess like this is kind of like a development on MOM mode a little bit, like in terms of how they do the open lobby stuff. There's, you know, tournaments that they've shown. There is... I mean, in general, the game looks great. Also, the first time I watched this, doesn't this look like God's getting fucking killed from all sides? Like, tell me this is like apocalyptic for Guile. If you don't realize that it's not him the whole way through. The first time I watched this, I was like, Guile's fucking dying. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It's rare that you watch a fighting game, right? Like you watch, I mean, like even like this, like you watch something like this and you're interested from a layer outside of the game, like the fighting game itself. Usually when people think about fighting games, we only really think about like the balance and the characters. And that's really it. So like the fact that they've added so much extra stuff is so great. And of course, like I'm projecting a little bit. Obviously, like, you know, I don't do story modes that often. Some people will obviously do them. It's just extra content that you, like, sure, some people might not do story mode, but some people might not do, you know, scrap heap mode or something like that. Like it's, the more there is for more people, the more there is for more people, the more people enjoy it. So it's like, it's really cool. I don't know, like everything about it just looks so promising, right? Fighting ground. Tell me about the fighting ground. Everyone, you know what's the funny thing about this? I've saw so many people like upset that they added every one of these 4 characters except for Ken. People were happy about Ken, but I mean everyone hates Dawson, right? I don't mind Dawson. I think he's kind of cool, but I never play him. But like, especially in this game, I think he looks cool. Because I don't know if you guys know, but I play a character kind of similar to Dawson in another game. In fact, it's another game I'll be streaming soon. This is my fucking boy. Bazoo, just wait until you see his crouch jab. This move is probably my favorite in all of fighting games. You can't even tell what move he's doing. This is my favorite move in fighting games right here. This character is like half just doing that. Look at how he's zoned. Look at how he plays neutral. This is the best character ever. Yeah, I'm not a Dawson player, but I am a fucking sicko. So, you know, make sure to understand the difference. Okay.
最後に竜のライバル剣が登場です。見た目に大きな変化がある剣ですが、
What
ど
could
うい
be
っ
the
た
story
ストー
behind
リー
such
が
a
あるの
change?
でしょうか。
Like I don't know why are they making such a big deal about this? This looks like Ken had the weekend off. He's like, I'm just gonna stay inside and be comfy. Yeah, it's just pandemic Ken. It's not. There's no story about it. He's working from home. He's accused of leading a criminal plot. Here's like the problem with me for fighting games, right? When I usually am done competing or like I'm done like grinding, I'm usually not really like in the mood for like playing more. Whereas like, you know, some other games, like I may be more willing to like, you know, if I play League, maybe I'm not in the mood for like, you know, Summoner's Rift, but I'll play ARAM or something, right? Like something like that. Not always, but like, you know, the option is good. So like the fact that they're making more content like this is just great. I'm like a huge fan of it. This is like something they should have had in like older games. So I'm really glad that they've paid attention to this sort of thing. Because I love shit like this. It's so interesting, right?
今日にこの方たちに参戦いただきました。映像をご覧ください。
Oh, I love the pose. I love when they do poses like that. That's the coolest shit. I've not heard of Hirwan. I would not say this is my strong field with the Japanese Street Fighter commentary. But he sounds good. I was so hyped when I heard this. This is something that absolutely blew me fucking away. It's so crazy they got fucking Kagura. I can't believe this shit. That is fucking crazy. Yeah, he's a sumo commentator. I know. But I mean, he also does metal music. He's a musician and like a sumo commentator. So like the fact, I guess like they have him in because of Honda, but that's so fucking cool. Like, I would never play Honda in normal circumstances. But the fact they have Kagura, it actually makes me wanna play like Honda, right? This is how you do it. I'm like so like, I don't know. It's wild. It's wild to think. We've come a long way. I have applied for the beta, yes. I am going to seriously play this game. Like I am going to seriously compete in this game. Like in 2016 when SF5 came out, I wasn't like super comfortable with how I played, but also like I was way more interested in Exit at the time. Now I feel much more rounded as a player, which means like I have more time to burn into other games. And also the fact they have like Tasty Steve, James Chen, like all these commentators, it's so cool. I feel like nobody in the world would ever say no to this. Implementation or like representation of people who matter, or like they matter as a relevant person either in the community or in like associated with it. It's like, this is something I think more devs should do. We talked about this, remember we talked about this like yesterday. It was literally yesterday, wasn't it? No, it was on Tuesday, where I was like, we should have things that like show off players that are relevant for the game. Like Riot does, like Riot in the like their music video. Like that's, I still remember that. I love like the customization stuff like this. I just love stuff like this too. I think most people wanted this, like something out of this in the way of like the Sky lobbies. I will make an in-game remote this week. You got like a Spartan.
この世界の住人とファイトすることが可能です。 様々なロケーションで即座にバトルが可能となり、
This does like the way it's implemented reminds me a little bit of like the Xenoverse, right? Like this is kind of like Xenoverse where like you're learning like someone's moves from them, like from like a teacher, and then you get to go do them yourself, right? Isn't that like kind of how it works in that game as well? See, like, there's like a Xenoverse aspect in a fighting game, and there's like a whole ass world, and like look at this, like it's cool not just from the lens of like, again, cool for people who care a lot, because like this is story stuff, right? Like this, like right here, this is supposed to be like outside the SF5 stage, right? Like, and then in the beginning they have like that's like the SF4 stage. Like so many things like that are just really cool and people like it. And again, like it looks interesting to me from the lens of like just playing casually. Like even if I was just like, oh, I want to just play this game, I don't really feel like playing a fighting game, but I want to do something different, I may like just mash on you know, one of the extreme modes, because it's just so different. Yeah, like this is so fucking cool. You can play old ass games in this game too. Isn't this fucking
ゲ
insane?
ーム筐体では懐かしのタイトルも遊ぶことができます
This is like people, this is what people like love in like Yakuza, right? Like in Yakuza, remember you could play like what, Virtual Fighter and shit?
DJ ブースで会場を盛り上げたりフォトスポットで写真を撮ったりすることも可能ですたくさんの遊びの要素を盛り込んでいます
See, like even if I was like, oh, I don't really want to play like Street Fighter 6, I could literally just go play like, I don't know, like some old ass game on here too. Like, yeah, it's actually drowning in content. Yeah, this part I don't get a ton, but I get why they're doing it. I just don't get the point of it. But this is like the thing, right? It's a closed beta test October 7th to 10th. So I'm excited for this. I'll definitely be trying to get in. I'll definitely be playing. But I mean, okay, let me show you guys. This is not just one thing. There's one thing about this that is very, very good. And every game could copy this. Notice how they list everything that's in it, right? Notice how they added a training mode? You guys remember that? Curious, huh? The fact that they added it, for me, I personally am a fan of training mode. Also, yeah, like in the first Strive beta, there's no training mode either. And that was something that I did not like either. It was brutal back then too. There was no training mode in delay-based netcode. Could you imagine that being your first introduction to Strive? That must have been the worst shit ever. Yeah, this is it. I'm very interested in SF6. I think the game looks really cool. All the content they added, I don't care even if I don't play it. Like, even if in the end, like the fact that it's more content for other people, like, you know, I may not always enter open tournament game modes. The fact they have them, that's fucking awesome, right? Like Battle Hub, Extreme Battles, even if I don't use them, the fact that they're there is just great. One, it's great from the layer of it incentivizes other developers to actually make more content. Like this is, again, the first game I'd be like, this is an actual finished, complete, good game, right? Like a good game when I'm talking about a fighting game. Other times I'm usually like, it's a good fighting game, but it's a bad game, which is like a problem. And probably why fighting games haven't grown as much as they have. It really puts a lot of effort on the player to get invested in them rather than just like, you know, oh, I enjoy it from a casual lens. Not a lot of games encourage that.